Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another episode of Kast, and welcome to 2014. This is my first video being recorded in 2013. Today I believe is the 11th, am I right? Yeah, I'm recording this on the 11th of January, most likely going to be releasing it tomorrow, assuming everything goes okay with the internet and YouTube's monetization review, which I haven't really seen yet, and since I haven't really heard any buzz on the internet about it yet, I'm going to assume they haven't really implemented yet. But how is everybody doing? Myself, I'm extremely tired, which is why you guys are looking at me. I probably look like ass. Then again, that's not really that much of a change now, is it? But yeah, there is a new angle on the camera. As you guys can see, that is because I have a new tripod for my camera, which my wife got me for Christmas, which is actually pretty good. It's going to help me take my recordings to new heights. No, it's because it's a taller tripod. Anyways, before we get started, as per usual, I'm going to give out a couple of shout-outs in this edition of Kast. First shout-out going out to Alf Kerensky for donating Sanctum, Inter Hertz for donating Serious Sam BFE, which, what is the BFE? It's something about a special edition. Sorry. Then another shout-out to Dragon Titanite for donating Kingdoms Rise, and Gruben von Nicegeist for donating Brutal Legend. Brutal Legend, which is a game that I actually enjoyed some time ago. A friend of mine loaned it to me on the PlayStation 3, and I only made it up until the point where you actually start, having to do strategy-like stuff. And at that point, I kind of had to give back the DVD, so I never played it again. But I'm curious to get back to it. And then some more shout-outs to Kenny the Debtor, sorry if I'm butchering your name, for donating to the cause, and Carl O'Connor for also donating to the cause. Thank you very much, guys. That was a big turnout. Then again, it's been quite some time since I've done a Cast, so I guess that was to be expected. So today's episode is just kind of a big update, kind of letting you guys know what's been down and what I've been doing in the past couple of days, because I don't think I've actually said in the video where I was going or anything like that. But anyways, I'm back right now. I'm still kind of getting in the swing of things. This is, like I said, the first video that I'm recording in 2014. I haven't recorded anything else, and right now I'm actually running out of videos to release every day, which means that today I better do some goddamn recording. Otherwise, we're going to be, you guys are going to be missing some content. The fact of the matter is that since I've gotten back, I've actually been working on some other stuff for my father, formatting some computers. And, I've gotten back. I've also wanted to hang out with some friends of mine. We went to see the second part of The Hobbit yesterday, which I still haven't seen. I still hadn't seen. I saw it yesterday. This is pretty cool. Anyways, the place that I was at throughout my absence, I was in Brazil in the place called Recife. I had been there last year around the same time. I told you guys about it. Obviously, my parents paid for the trip because on YouTube salary, you're definitely not going to be traveling anywhere longer than 100 kilometers or something. So, yeah. I've been with my family through all this time for about almost 3 weeks, I would say. And it was a lot of fun. It was mostly beach because, for those of you who don't know, right now in Brazil, like December and January is like their July and August. So it's like really, really hot and it's beach time. So I did a lot of beach. I don't think I'm that like, I didn't catch any tan or anything. Not excessively anyways. I don't tan easily. Not to mention I wore excessive amounts of sunblock because obviously I'm a big nerd and I hadn't been to the beach properly in like 10 years or something. So yeah, that happened. We did a lot of beach. We did a lot of traveling around Brazil. We went to some waterfalls and some other places, and it was kind of cool. Although I have to really admit, I mean, it's not really my vibe kind of thing. I was just more there to be with my family because, like I told you guys, I usually try to reserve some time at the end of the year to spend with my family because family is important, at least when you have a good family, which happens to be my case. I love my parents. Like I told you guys a whole bunch of times, I have no issues expressing my feelings with that. So I love my parents. I have great parents. They've always supported me, and so I always like spending time with them. Anyways, apart from that, what else has been going down? As soon as I get back, one of the first things that I probably tweeted is, hey, look at this. I'm trying to get back to work, and I'm getting screwed by YouTube's Content ID system again, which probably surprises absolutely no one. Definitely did not surprise me. And yeah, they're back at it. But what I'm doing right now, I'm actually waiting because I have some of these dispute things that I've done that are probably going to expire soon. So I'm going to wait until all of them expire. Then I'm going to see which ones are left behind, and I'm going to try to deal with that. Probably going to just have to talk to Polaris because a lot of the disputes that I have made have actually come back, which means that at this point, the only way to get rid of them is through legal action. And obviously, I'm not going to be able to take legal action. And it seems that the system is actually going to really, really hurt me in the long term. Which means that a lot of my videos are actually not going to be monetized, and I'm not going to be making money off of them because someone is basically stealing my money is what's happening. But, you know, enough with that. I'm just going to have to deal with that moving forward, which is a damn shame, but there's nothing I can really do about it. In other news, the good news is that the current Dragon's Dogma playthrough, because some people have been asking me about that, has not yet been affected by the Content ID system. I don't know if it's going to, if they're going to be sweeping through and suddenly finding more Content ID bullshit. But with Capcom's attitude towards it, Capcom is actually one of the companies that's being really cool about that. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, something that I will be doing once the period expires and all of these disputes that I've been doing, I'm going to go around and I'm going to gather all of the disputes that that they've refused, because basically what I'm doing is fair usage, like I've told you guys, and all that other stuff. And I'm going to basically name and shame every single one of the companies that's claiming my videos. I mean, I know it's not going to do any impact whatsoever, but don't expect, at least I hope other YouTubers take the same stance that I do, because I hope these companies understand that you can't expect to fuck with YouTubers and not have your name out there and have us name you and call you on the bullshit that you're doing. So yeah, that's going to happen. Hopefully more YouTubers will follow suit. We will see. Angry Joe's been pretty much actively fighting this and naming pretty much everyone that he's sending emails to, which is obviously really good. And I hope other YouTubers join in on the fight. In regards to the monetization review system, I still don't know how that is going to work, because this is going to be the first video that I'm actually uploading in 2014. All the videos that you guys have been watching up until this point have all been uploaded in 2013, when the monetization review system was still not in effect. But I suspect that right now that system is not in effect yet either. We will see. Now, something that I was thinking throughout my holidays, because obviously I had a lot of time to think, is the whole one video a day thing. I've been really thinking about that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep that up this year. And I remember that last year there were some really hard parts for me personally, where I was like, man, I need to make a video to keep up with my one video a day thing. And I don't think that's the right attitude to actually do videos. And you guys might be wondering, well, what do you mean? I mean that, like I've told you guys a bunch of times, this thing that I'm doing is a passion for me. Like, I love doing this, and I don't want to feel like I need to make a video to keep up with this goal that I've imposed upon myself. Like, nobody told me you need to make a video a day. It's just like, it was myself imposing that particular goal. And there were a lot of videos that you guys never saw that I actually created, edited, rendered them. And when I actually was reviewing them before uploading them, I looked at them and I was like, this is garbage. Like, and I never uploaded those videos. They just got deleted. And the reasoning behind that is because when I did those videos, I was under that mentality of like, I need to get a video out, and you know, and it's a wrong way of going about things. And also, I'm hoping that I can do some more, E3 coverage and Gamescom's coverage this year. I'm going to try as hard as I possibly can. I've been trying to save up some money, although obviously I've had to invest in the PlayStation 4, which was a pain. Not to mention that I got home and I have about 700 euros to pay. And you guys wonder, what the hell is going on? No, but this was expected. This is my car insurance as well as my house insurance. So obviously there's expenses that need to be taken care of together with the PlayStation 4 and all that other stuff. And yeah, it's not been easy. And what I'm saying is that I still am trying to save up to go to E3 and Gamescom, and going to those places and having to do video in advance is just not that productive. So that's why I'm saying that I'm rethinking the whole one video per day thing. That it's a good thing to aim for. It's not a good thing to enforce, is what I felt throughout 2013. So there might be a couple of days here and there where there won't be a video, but I don't think that you guys are going to be missing out on that much because of that. And you guys are like, oh, you're just getting lazy. No, I'm not getting lazy. It's just I don't like the fact that there were a couple of videos last year that had never even got uploaded because I didn't even like the results of the ending video, and I want to try to avoid that this year. Also, in case you guys are noticing some light changes, because I'm using natural light. So this is actually light that's shining through the window, and as clouds cover the sun, the lighting changes, and you guys might be noticing something with that. But natural lighting is a lot cooler than artificial lighting, which is why I'm doing it like this, because whenever I record during daytime, I prefer using natural lighting. But then again, I'm not an expert in cameras and whatnot. So something that I also want to work on is, like I told you guys, I have a new tripod. I want to see if I can use the tripod to get some Vita footage over the shoulder. And you guys are wondering, well, what would the difference be? Well, the difference is, with my old tripod, which was pretty small, the way that I recorded Vita footage is I would put the camera right in front of my face, and then I would have to look like this in order to actually play the games. Now that I have a bigger tripod, I can probably get it somewhere over the shoulder, so that it shoots over the shoulder into the Vita, and I actually don't have a camera in front of me, and that might actually really improve how I capture PlayStation Vita. So that is something that I want to work on, because I want to record more Vita footage, and obviously I'm not going to be buying the $400 Vita with the capture thing. I mean, really, even Adam Sessler said in the video, I tweeted about it, that he said the reason why Rev 3 Games, I mean, you guys should know Rev 3 Games by now. I mean, everybody should know who Adam Sessler is, at least. If you're doing any kind of how should I put this? If you're following the gaming scene at all, the gaming reporters and stuff like that, you guys should know who Adam Sessler is. But anyways, Adam Sessler said it himself, the reason why Rev 3 Games does not cover handheld gaming is because there is no official way of capturing footage from the PlayStation Vita or the 3DS or anything like that. All of the stuff that exists is hacks and mods made by other people that shouldn't that aren't even necessarily legal, and therefore that is the reason why they don't do it, because they don't want to get sued by Sony or Nintendo, even though I highly doubt that Sony or Nintendo would ever actively sue Rev 3 Games for using a modded Vita or a modded 3DS in their coverage. But at the end of the day, I think it all boils down to one thing. There's no official way of doing this. There is no official way. I mean, sure, the official way of doing it with a Vita, you get yourself a Vita dev kit, which costs an arm and a leg, and nobody's going to buy a Vita dev kit unless they're friggin' rich as hell. I mean, I've personally harassed my Sony contacts to no end, like telling them, why can't you guys get me a Vita dev kit? Come on, it's just one. It's going to be fine. I'm going to be making a lot of Vita videos for you guys. And they're like, nope, we can't get that. Of course not. It's Portugal. Let's be realistic. Sony's never going to send a Vita dev kit to Portugal. But yeah, I definitely wish there were better ways of doing this, but there aren't. So I'm hoping that I can get something better with the whole over-the-shoulder thing, so that at least there's no camera in my face. because like I said, I want to record more Vita stuff. I've never even done Wipeout 2048 because it's simply impossible for me to play Wipeout 2048 whilst there's a camera in front of me. You just can't. I just can't do it because Wipeout is so Twitch based that like whenever I tried doing it, I would just end up ramming the walls all the time because I couldn't properly control the ship. You need to be in a certain exact position to actually play Wipeout. It's pretty challenging. So that's the reason why I've never filmed Wipeout, and I would like to do so. The other thing is I want to make another Persona 4 video. And you guys are wondering, wow, why would you want to make another Persona 4 video? Well, those of you who follow me on social networks like Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff, and for those of you who don't yet and want to, there's on every single video that I make, there's links in the description. At the very bottom of the description, there's links to all my social media. But those of you who follow me there, you guys have noticed that during my holiday, I actually played quite a bit of Persona 4. I took my Vita with me, and whenever I wasn't doing anything, like when I wasn't going out with my family or whatever, I was just sitting at home, I would pick up my Vita and play some Persona 4. And oh my God, have I been surprised by that game. I'm not even kidding. Like, I remember that when I did my first impressions video, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think that the overall feeling I got from the game was like, yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It's pretty cool. You guys should probably get it if you have Vita. That's pretty much it. And right now, my feelings on that game is like, if you own a Vita and you don't own this game, there is just something wrong with you, and you need to fix that by owning this game right now. Yeah, it's definitely changed. I'll be honest because, like I said, I'm not ashamed at all. I'm a pretty open guy, and there were scenes in Persona 4 Golden that I almost cried. Yeah, it's because there's a really cool character development. They really make you care about the characters in the story, and the way the game ends is just, whew, it was awesome. It was just an awesome experience, and I really want to talk more about it. I'm probably going to make another Persona 4 video just specifically for that purpose. So I hope that I can get the whole over-the-shoulder thing to work properly. On top of that, what are you going to be seeing in the channel next? Well, we're going to be continuing the Dragon's Dogma playthrough. Hopefully I can record some more episodes today so that we can keep on going. After this video, we can just keep on going with an episode a day or an episode every other day. I also need to give you guys another Dark Souls live stream with the Glass Mage. Now, I know that not everybody's going to be able to make it to the live stream. That's obvious. It's always impossible. So I'm going to be uploading the results of the live stream onto YouTube just like we did last time, because you guys seem to really enjoy me playing with the Glass Mage. Well, apart from those people who told me I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, which seems to happen quite often recently. As a matter of fact, I want to talk a little bit about that, which is a lot of people seem to be under the impression that I claim myself to be this godlike player of Dark Souls, when in fact, that has never really been the case. Just because I challenge myself sometimes, or I do stuff that maybe some people wouldn't do or whatever, it's like I don't do these things because I think I'm an amazing player. I do these things so that I can test myself and challenge myself. And I think that some people sometimes think that I'm just an arrogant guy trying to prove that I'm the best. No, there's no way. And you know why I'm not the best player, and I'm never going to be the best player probably at any game that I play. And the reason for that is that I play a lot of games, and playing a lot of games and recording a lot of video and editing video and putting it together, uploading, meditating, all that other stuff, it takes too long. Like, you guys think that someone that you watch on YouTube is going to be the best player of anything? Most of the times you're going to be wrong, because the best players of any game don't have the time to actually, edit and, edit footage and record footage and fiddle around with recording equipment and recording audio. They don't have time for that shit. They're too busy playing the game, being the best they can possibly be at that specific game. Like, the best people that you will find on YouTube that will say that they're the best player of something, those are the best people that you have knowledge of. There's probably someone better than them at whatever game we are talking about. Now, again, I'm not trying to take credit away from anyone or anything. I'm just trying to tell you guys that, like, I've never said that I was amazing at Dark Souls or that I was amazing at whatever other game that I'm playing. The thing that I have is I'm a persistent son of a bitch. Yeah, that's right. I'm persistent as fuck. And usually I will keep going at something until I'm able to do it. That's what I have going for me, persistence. And that is my skill, so to speak. Like, I will smack my head against the wall until it bleeds and my brain's crawling out until I actually get what I wanted to do and I get it done. I mean, I remember the challenge that Epic Name Bro made a while back. I'm not sure how many of you actually watched that. The challenge of Calamitous Intent, I believe was the name that he gave it, which was we had to fight Manus with this whole set of rules that we had to respect. And it took me like, I can't even remember if it was 4 hours or 6 hours of Manus attempts, of me just smashing my face against Manus, because during this set of rules that he implemented, basically your character would be unshottable by Manus. So it took me like a long time to actually get it done, and I was recording all of that. Like, can you imagine just 6 hours of footage of me wiping to Manus? So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I'm not amazing in any stretch of the imagination, as some people seem to think, or whatever, or some people seem to think I've said that. I've never said that. I'm just very, very persistent, like a dwarf. Like a dwarf, exactly, just like a dwarf. They're not amazing, but they won't give up. They will keep on going until someone kills them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way that I feel about those kinds of things. Anyways, yeah, we will definitely be doing the Glass Mage again. Probably going to die a whole bunch of times, but that's just the way things go. The other thing that I want to try and do, I want to try to convince Unit Lost, Mr. Silosa, and Mr. Kirioth to play some Dragon's Crown and Demon Souls, since apparently both of them bought PlayStation 3s. Which I think I might have been somewhat related to that, because I kept teasing them to do it, but I never actually thought that they would do it. So now I'm kind of scared, because they might come into Portugal and kick my ass because they bought PlayStation 3s and they might have buyer's remorse. Well, I hope they won't get buyer's remorse, because there's still a lot of great games on the PlayStation 3. At least that's my opinion. I mean, I'm recording friggin' Dragon's Dogma for you guys, and you guys seem to be enjoying it. A lot of you guys have been sending me tweets and messages on Facebook saying, "Oh, we want more episodes, come on, get on it." And it's probably going to be painful for you guys to watch like episodes 22, 23, 24, like the next 3 episodes that I record, because I haven't picked up a PlayStation controller in 3 weeks. So my muscle memory is going to be a little bit rusty. And I'm probably going to be doing a lot of mistakes, and it's going to make a lot of people angry. But that's fine. I have no issues with that. And then as just a final bit of news, which is something that I was really, really disappointed by. I mean, in case you guys don't know, I've been almost harassing a company recently, which is XSeed. And the reason I've been harassing them is because they have some really great titles that I really wanted to play and show you guys, and it's just they have been completely unreachable, and I've been sending them emails, and then I like tweeted at them or whatever, and the guys in Twitter said, "Oh, you just need to keep sending emails and they'll eventually reply to you." And I was like, okay. So I kept sending emails until someone basically sent me an email, and it was a very polite way of saying it, but basically what they said is, look, just stop sending us emails, give up, we're not going to work with you. They didn't say it like this. They said like, oh, we'll get back to you, you don't have to send any more emails, we'll get back to you, and that was a month ago. So I highly doubt that's going to happen. Then the problem with that is that some of the games that they're going to be releasing, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to cover them or not, because like I said, I am saving up, and every little bit counts towards saving up to going to E3 and Gamescom, because those are the 2 big goals for me. Now that I've done those last year, I want to make sure that I try and do them every single year. So like my biggest goals of the year are attend E3, attend Gamescom, and anything that I can get beyond that to me is bonus. But I really want to try and attend those 2 events again, because they were amazing for me last year, and I really wanted to do it again this year, which is why you guys might be thinking, oh, but come on, you can't like spend $10 on a game. Yeah, sure, I can, but the fact of the matter is, every little bit counts, and I definitely don't want to do the same thing that I had to do last year, where my father had to pay for my hotel bill while I was in the States because of the fuck up with the other guys. For those of you that are curious about that, you can go and see my E3 trip log, and I talk about this particular issue in a lot more detail than I'm going to be doing so here. The games, for instance, just to give you guys a sample, would be Ragnarok Odyssey Ace, which is coming out pretty soon, and I really, really want to check out that game because it's kind of in the vein of Monster Hunter, even though obviously Monster Hunter is its own game, and Ragnarok Odyssey is its own game as well. But even though it's not Monster Hunter, it's got its own different gameplay style. It's in the vein of Monster Hunter, and I really like that type of play style. So that is definitely something that I wanted to see. Also, because Ragnarok Odyssey Ace would be for the PlayStation 3, so that would be a lot easier for me to record than stuff that I have on the Vita, obviously. There's also Muramasa Rebirth, which is a game that I really want to check out. I harassed the crap out of them for that game and nothing. I also want to check out Valhalla Knights 3, also got nothing. So, I don't know, it was just really disappointing. Anyways, today's Conscast is going to be a little bit shorter because I just wanted to kind of update you guys because I got a lot of stuff that I need to do. I still need to work on a couple of computers that I have here for my father because he needed my help with some stuff. And I need to get some recording of this done, obviously, because I know that you guys want to see some more of that. And I have some games that I've lined up for some more first impressions. I have some Nippon Ichi Software games that I've requested already, even though they're not coming out yet, but I've already requested for them. I've also been in touch with my people at Sony, who might be sending some titles my way in February or something. So, I kind of landed, and I'm kind of getting all my contacts together, seeing what I'm going to be working on next in terms of first impressions. I already know that I'm going to be working on this. I want to be doing a live stream on Dark Souls Glass Mage Edition, Glass Mage Cherry Edition, as soon as I possibly can. It will be announced on YouTube for everyone that wants to attend. I'll be sure to make a video about that. And yeah. Also, I believe that we will be officially allowed to talk about Dark Souls 2 soon, even though right now it's really hazy in my memory. But I think I saved all of my footage from Dark Souls 2. I never really got to use it, but I recorded all of it. So I might be working on a video in regards to that, hopefully. And then I'll try to see if I can, if that gets approved, because now there's actually like a process that we can see if we can get Dark Souls 2 videos approved, which is what happened for Vati Vidya. His latest video was actually approved by Namco Bandai for him to post. So anyways, as per usual, thank you very much for watching. Leave me a comment, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one.